Okay, testing mic. Okay, I think the mic is working fine. Finally. Okay, I have the waybar, the basic waybar setup already, and I'll improve it later. But for now, I want to customize my app launcher. So currently, I'm using Wofi, so it looks like this, which is very basic. I want to switch to Rofi and customize that. I want something like this with a search bar, even though this also looks kind of nice. Because eventually I want to add functionality like raycast, so that we can do some calculations or things like clipboard history and everything. So I would definitely want a search bar. Okay, I think we'll go with this. Okay. Rofi show. Okay, so this is what we get as a base. It definitely looks better than what I have now, which is this. Okay, I'll update my .config first so that it starts by default. Let's go to I think I'll use not hyperpaper. I think I have a keybind for it. There it is. So I will update this to Rofi, and we have a single dash. Save this, and now it should work. Great. Okay, I have no idea how to configure this, so how to customize Rofi. I doubt I'll find anything on Reddit, but sure. Okay, let's create a config file first. I'll exit out of this. Let's go here. We need to create an Rofi config.rsa. Okay. So we do have a lot of things here. Let me just copy this, I paste it here, and we can close this for now. Let's save and make sure it's running, which it is. If I search works. Okay. I wonder if there's a dedicated documentation for customizing this. Okay, this is a GitHub repo. Configuration. Already done that. We have got icon, then name. Now I think next step is to divide this in two rows. If we go by the design, I wonder how it looks when we search. Let's see if there's an example. Okay, it's not here, but so I think these are the default apps or the most used apps, which basically show up by default, like these ones. So I definitely want to split in two rows, two columns I mean, but when we search, I think it should go to a single column. Okay, let's go one by one. auto columns. Do we want a scroll bar? Guess not. And now we add this extra buttons, but for now I think the scroll bar will be needed when we do a search. But right now, right now we definitely don't need this. I think so, right? I'll do this. Yeah. So dynamic should be true. Okay, I wonder. True. Okay, T capital. Let's try this. Nope. Not gonna. How do I? Let me check an example. I'm directly using it. So it doesn't work. I think I need to set. Let's try. I wonder if this is getting applied even. This example, it's doing like this. List view columns. Columns did work though. So okay, let's try removing the scroll bar. Okay, save. That works. I it's not working, but we'll check later. Spacing between elements, both vertical and horizontal. So currently we don't have much spacing. I think it's just a couple of pixels, but there's decent amount of spacing here. But if I check mine, there's almost none, so let's fix that. I will add some spacing. So let's go with 5 will do. Let's go with 2m. Okay. That's huge. Let's go with 0 and 5. Okay, I think the vertical spacing is fine, but how can we change horizontal and vertical separately? Let's see. I wonder if you can do it like this. Let's go to one here. I will save again. Okay, now this works, so let's just reverse it. So this will be 0.5. Let's keep this too. Okay. Not sure if that worked. Okay, never mind. Okay, we wanted this integer number of rows to show in the list view. Currently we have like 1 2 3 4, okay, more than 10. I want 5. So let's go with lines. I will set it to 5. Save this. Looks a lot cleaner, and okay, the dynamic height is still not working, but I guess that's fine for now. But we still have scroll here. I do want that scroll when we are in search mode, but by default it should not be there. Okay, let's go through the docs, maybe we'll find something useful. We have a basic layout with 2 columns, a search bar. I still need to customize the search bar to so we need a background image which is the same as the wallpaper, and we need to customize the search bar a little. Got it. Fine. Orientation indicate how elements are stacked. I kind of want to try the horizontal to see like what does it mean. I think they have also added this in the example. Okay, let's try layout horizontal. Save. I guess this is a horizontal scroll. No, we don't want this. Let's remove. That's fine. Maybe in some other theme, but not now. Vertical layout is fine. Reverse ordering, we don't want that. Flow. The order of elements are laid out. Vertical is original column view. I guess this is fine. Not reduce the number of columns. Okay. list view requires user input to be unhidden. The list is still present and hitting accept will activate the first entry. Okay, I think we want this because currently we are in the search view by default, but by default we just want to show most used apps, let's say Steam or Firefox, and then when we type something then the list view should appear. So okay, let's try this require input. I'll set this to true. Save. Now if I type, yep, this is exactly what I want. But now I realize that in search mode I still want a single row, not two rows. So let's skip it for now and let's see if I can somehow. So if I take a look at the layout, we are currently editing this list view, but list view only activates when we type something, and what we want is a default body which shows up, which has a certain elements by default, and when we type it switches to list view. Let's see how we can do that. So I think this message, this only has a text box. We need something with the element. Or if only list view is editable, then there might be some way to show some initial items. Okay, let's check if there is something else. The time of the widget. Then the widget is visible when showing a temporary message. Overlay widget. This cannot be changes in the certain property. Each entry is captured by a box called element. So is the layout dependent on the theme? More switcher. Okay, let's just scroll down. Padding, margin, okay, that's fine. I do want to add some padding to the search bar and a background image. So okay, let's just do that. We'll see about the body later. So this is the input bar, this is the main box which contains the like list and everything. So we'll be dealing with input bar here. Input bar is the dash. Okay. And here I will add some padding just to test if it is working. I'll do 5M. I'll use padding for now. Save. Okay, it works. We want something similar. This will now have a background. I wonder if we could wrap it in a box or something. Okay. So I think we have got a similar kind of size, but if I add a background image, it will add it to the whole thing, not just the input bar, right? Prompt entry. I think, I hope that this layout is not different for different themes. Like this, it says as Rofi theme 5 markdown. Let's let's see what this is. Might drag this as its own layout. Hello, hello Pratish. So I am basically customizing my Hyprland setup. So I have just installed CachyOS and Hyprland, and by default it has absolutely nothing to do with. We just get a simple wallpaper, but I am working on customizing and adding different packages so that I can make a setup on which I can work on. So currently I have only added this way bar. So this is like a status bar for Hyperland, and currently added a a date, workspace manager, and settings and power. This power button doesn't work yet. Functionality is yet to be added, but yeah, I'm working on basically rising this setup, and right now I am working on this up like the app launcher. So if I press super plus space, this shows up where I can search my apps and launch them. So I am aiming to build something like this so that it looks a lot better than whatever this is. I hope that makes it clear. Okay, let me just ask ChatGPT. Let's copy this. So this is a custom theme over Linux. Yep, you can call it that. So like there are different environments, like different desktops that you can use. I'm using Hyperland. If you use something like KDE Plasma or Cosmic, then you will get all the default things like the status bar, options, settings, and everything that OS comes with. But Hyperland is like, I am not very experienced, but from what I know, it is a very minimal desktop environment. It basically gives you nothing, just a default window manager, so which is pretty cool. So if I open Windows, you can see it manages it pretty well, and that is what I wanted for my work. So I can like the window manager is cool. So apart from that, like things like status bar, settings, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, everything you need to add manually, or you need to use CLI to even turn your brightness or volume up. So it's not just a custom theme, but like you can say a whole graphical interface on top of this Hyperland environment. So this is if you check this is a custom environment like what I'm making from someone else. Called, the project is called Hide, and you can check how cool it looks, I'll just play this video. Okay, that's weird. Let's look at the screenshots. So this is where I'm taking the inspiration from, and you can do pretty cool things with it. So you can customize basically the power options, the launcher. You can see there are many options. You can customize the status bar and everything, and at the end hopefully I'll get something that I can work with. Alright, let's get back to it. How can I customize Rofi? This is my current config. I'll just copy this quickly. Okay, I'll just think. I want to build I am using Rofi, not Rofi VLAN. I hope this is same. I can name font. It's fine. The actual magic. Okay, so I guess like this CSS is the theming for whatever we specify here. Are you using existing kernel interfaces or building high level abstractions? I think you can call it a high level abstraction. I'm not very familiar with Linux. This is like, as the title says, I'm complete noob here. Just trying to figure out what's going on with Hyprland, and I've just seen a lot of videos online of people customizing their entire desktop, and it overall to me it just looks very productive and fast to work with. And I have a second computer with like the main PC which uses Windows, but I wanted to set this up on my laptop so that over time I can just after some time I can just build something that is something like the videos that I've seen online, so that I think it just, my basic reason it is it just looks cool, and I just want like something else to use. The Windows is only for gaming for me, otherwise it's pretty bad, and if I'm able to build this it would be really cool. But yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking because I have no idea what I'm doing. Sorry. Can I just copy this? Okay. But it's going to input bar prompt. I definitely want this. I'll just copy what I want instead of. Okay, there's an error. I haven't imported a theme yet. So for now, let's just do this or something. Let's do this. Okay, we have background color. Nice, my office uses Windows 10, so I'm just stuck with WSL. The max customization to is power 10k. Power 10k, what is that? I mean, if I'm being honest, Windows was good. Windows 10 was good. Windows, like a few years ago, Windows did not feel like a problem. And I really hated working on Mac. I use Mac for my work. But I don't like how restrictive that is. But Windows like felt good at that time. But I don't know what's happening like in the recent years. It just everything is broken on Windows. It just feels like every update brings a new bug and it randomly restarts. It's just a pain. So I'm just using it for gaming for now. Just like a terminal theme. Okay. Yeah, I'm also going to set up a terminal theme. Currently, this one just looks very basic. I think I'll go with something. First thing I want to do is just make it transparent, not fully, but I guess 0.708 should be fine. And then add some cool icons and yeah. I prefer Mac too for my personal projects. Yeah, Mac is it's good, but I don't know. It just feels too restrictive for me. But yeah, I work with React Native mostly, so I have to build for both Android and iOS, and I'm stuck with Mac. There is no other option. let's try this. Okay. So this is applying global steam. Background, all background, foreground, text color. Okay. That did nothing. So I keep pressing super plus C for copy. Okay, I think I got the color right. Width 700, padding 30px. So this padding is for the whole. Let me I'm not sure if you want this width. I'll just remove that. This is better. Okay, background color VG, border radius. How do I remove this divider? Okay, first let's go to the search. Okay, here we are just defining the colors. I see. Then element accent. Okay. This should work. Now if I type this. Okay, I need to set the background color here first. So let's do transparent, and so that if I search element transparent, why is it still yellow color? I wonder this theme is overriding this or not. Okay. Wofi theme 5, yeah. This background color. The element is transparent, but element selected is the accent color. But how can I customize this? Okay, let's add a border radius. Let's do 2 am. Again. That doesn't work either. Okay, I think I'll remove this. The element path can consist of multiple names. The first element in the element path can optionally start with a hash. Okay, I think since it accepts children prop, I wonder if I can add a children. Let's add, okay, does it have string? No. I'll call it custom box. And let's save and see for errors. So I can fully customize this, I guess. I see. So custom box, here I want, let's say height, let's give it a height of 50 px. keep the width auto. I'll add a background color. Not sure if this will work or not. Let's do red. Save run. Unexpected invalid element name, expecting bracket open or selector separator. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, height is still not there. So let me try this. If I add children here, which is the same as element icon text. Let's see if this works. Okay, it does, and we have got our custom styling. Okay, I now see how it works. So that layout that was open previously is correct. Let me go here. This, I guess, and then I went to what was it? Okay, let's just go to examples, themes. This. Okay, there we go. So I'll quickly go to the layout. Where is it? There we go. So the layout is correct, but we can add children, custom children. So input bar is already there, but to wrap it in a view, or let's say in a custom box, I will have to add a children called custom input view, or input just input parent or something, and then in that children I can add input bar. Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Now I definitely want to customize the input, but let's first fix this. It looks really bad. What I want is icon and text in a horizontal layout. So let's custom box. This is layout. I will add horizontal, and okay, let's see if this works. Nope. So the custom box contains these things. The element itself. Okay, right now what I'm doing is creating a box inside of element. Maybe I need to add it to the to its parent, but that won't make it customizable. Okay, so we have element contains, I remove this for now. Element contains a custom box contains element icon and text. Now I can set background color to that. Okay, this is definitely weird. What if I do input bar? No. What if I go to list view, which is down here? Okay, let's move it up first. So copy this. And put it here. Oops. Undo. ठीक है, अब we have the global styles, entry, window. Window should be higher, I guess, but no, entry is this. Yeah, window should be higher, but that's fine for now. Then we have list view, and the list view has the element and then the custom box. Okay. What I want to try is children, and I'll just add custom box here, and so custom box, list view will render custom box, and I'll remove this. Let's save. If I write Steam, then I think element is getting skipped and we get our own thing. But I'm not sure if that is working or not. I don't think that is working. Because we have a background color set as this red, this is not. This is tricky. Okay, then in that case I'll remove it from here. I will add it here. Which will again we got the orientation. Okay, let's change this to the transparent doesn't work as expected. Let me just add a background that I have set. So I think it's BG, right? Okay. Not quite. So we do have BG here. And we are passing the same color here. Okay, let's remove this maybe. Interesting, it's still white. So when I set it to transparent, it is going to the theme's background color and not the actual color that I'm setting. Okay. So let's try adding a background radius, sorry, a border radius. Let's do again. Let's just do 20 pixels. So height is 50, so 25. Okay, border radius works, but we still have a background issue. do this. Not sure how to remove the background color, like the default color for element. Even if I had transparent there, it's not working as expected, which is a little bit. If I took a look at the layout, then we have a list view and then we have the element, right? Okay, let's try to add a background color here. Let's go with purple. If this shows up, nope. There's still a different color. If you see this behind the element, there is I think a white, yellowish white color. Not sure how to get rid of that, so I added purple for the layout, sorry, the list view, and I have blue for my element, and I have red for the view inside the element, but still there is this weird yellow color. Okay, I'll skip this for now. Let's move ahead. It's taking too much time. I'll remove the purple, the blue, oops, not that, and yep, the custom box. Let's have background color here. Save this. This is okay for now. Now if I take a look at the reference, we do have some padding for the selected one, but for the regular ones I think you can directly match it without the border radius. Let me try that. Okay, I wonder if I can comment here with a hash. No, it did say we can use this comments. Okay, the border radius is gone. Now let me add a background to, I can't add transparent here. Okay, I think there is opacity, that's what's causing the issue. Here we can tell if the background is solid or does it have an alpha value, but if I open it here you can see the background a little bit, which I do not want for now. I wonder how can I update the opacity. Let's try here. Fine. There's still a little alpha value. I think it's here. Okay, way better now. I did not check the hex code properly. Now the opacity is gone, which means if I search something, it should be of the same color, but I think there is still a border color. So okay, let's add this back. It was an opacity issue all along. Border color, I'll keep it same, or we can do transparent. Okay, save, run. The border's gone. There is still this background layer, man. Okay, I'll remove this, save, and it's still there. Let's add background here too. It's still here. How can I set a border color? I wonder if I can set border to none directly. No, it's still there. New here, what's the project about? This is a personal project. I am just configuring Hyprland to basically just creating my custom dot files so that it looks good. If you don't know about Hyprland, it's a desktop environment for Linux, and it is absolutely minimal, so there is nothing that comes with it. And so far, if you see, I have created this status bar, custom status bar, which is made using Vbar package, and I can switch windows, and there is time and then power options. And right now I'm working on this. This is basically an application launcher, so I can launch things from here like Steam, Firefox, whatever. So I'm customizing this right now, and this is my reference. So hopefully I'll be able to make it look something like this. Also, I'm a complete noob here, so I'm 90% of things I'm not sure what I'm doing, but what I figured so far is like this things like Vbar and the application launcher, which is Rofi, they use CSS for styling. So I'm just trying to figure out how the configuration works. see, that's the padding. If I do 0, okay, the border is gone. It was padding. Damn, I tried everything. Okay, so the border between elements is gone, so it looks a lot cleaner. Now I need to add some padding to the custom box and the selected state. Okay. Let's do 5px here, and if I go to the selected state, I need to change a few things. This should not be for element. Oops. Now, alright. So, no background by default, and we get this nice accent color when we search something. Great. So it looks, I think the colors are matching pretty much. I need to add some more padding to the accent. It should be so we need padding, border radius, and I guess the font color changes when we select an item. Okay, let's go here. Let's add this border radius back. I hope this doesn't show the yellow color again, man. And save. There it is. But we only need the border radius when we are selecting something. So I'll cut from here. Let's go to the selected state. I'll paste it here, and I think, yeah, let's see how it looks. Okay. Increase the padding a little bit. So if I go to the design, yeah, let's do 10px. Okay, better. There is a gray background which I don't need. Where is this coming from? So background color is accent. Okay, let's try this. Oops. Element selected, because custom box is the view that is inside the element. So if I add a background color here, let's see what happens. Okay, let's add something like blue for testing. Element selected, the spelling is right. Okay, save, run. That did not work. Okay. Okay, this gray background is bugging me so much. We have background color on element, custom box, and I even tried with list view, but there's still this gray background when I add a border radius. Why is this? Do I need to add another view with the full background color? This is very tricky. Can take help from ChatGPT. Hmm. Let's just comment this out for now. Yeah, I'll figure out border radius later. I don't know why this is giving me a gray background, but for now this is close to what we want for the list view. I have still yet to customize the input bar and the background image, but the colors at least match. I need to match the icon and the text, so I'll add a font later, but for now let's reduce the size of the icons. And I think even the icons look different. Let me check. Okay. Oops. Okay, we want some gap and reduce icon size. Okay, let's go here. So I guess for icon we have a size of 2. Let's do it 1.5. Better. Let's reduce the font size as well. So let's try one. I'll do 0.8 or 5. That's not working. Okay. What do you think of Ubuntu? I have not used that. I have used Ubuntu and Pop OS before this, and that too in a virtual machine just to try out Linux. This is literally my first time trying Linux natively. Currently I'm using CashOS with Hyprland. But yeah. How is it like? What do you use Ubuntu for? Do let me know. Maybe I'll try it. Let me just put a weird value, 50px. It doesn't work. I basically daily drive it. Yeah, but what do you use it for? For me, I am building this so that I can eventually use it for programming. I I work in React Native, and I'm also trying some Rust, so I'm building it for that. And I use my Windows PC for gaming. So what do you use it for? I personally think it is underrated. Yeah, isn't that like like entire Linux? It has like 4% of market share. Are you using Arch? I'm not using Arch Linux directly, but I'm using CashewOS. It is based on Arch Linux, so indirectly, yes. It's not so stable. Um, I do you mean for CashewOS? I did some research. It's not as stable as Mint or Ubuntu, but I just wanted to try it out because I wanted to test how games work, and on Reddit it said that CashewOS is the best OS for gaming. So I have installed Steam, but I haven't tested it yet. But so far, it's been like 2 to 3 weeks, and I haven't like there have been no crash. I've done the system updates a couple of times. It's been fine, honestly. And there is also the LTS kernel that if something breaks while update, I can use the LTS kernel and roll back. Okay. So we have this so far. I need to change the font size. Okay. Font size property does not work, obviously. Let me go to the docs. Check here. So I'll search for font size. Let's maybe text size. Which distro would you recommend for a new user who uses Windows all life? I'm not the best person to ask that because I am myself a new user. But based on what I have used, I'll give it my experience. So first OS that I used was Ubuntu in my college. So in my college computer, it was installed directly, and it looks a lot similar to Linux. Sorry, to Windows, but I didn't like the vibe of Ubuntu. So I later tried Pop OS on my Windows machine. So I had a virtual machine running, and I tried Pop OS. It was really good. It has it has a window manager which is very similar to Hyprland. So you can do things like this on it, and that's what caught my attention initially. And Pop OS also, like if you don't run Hyperland, it I think it comes with Cosmic, so it has everything you need, honestly. So that was really cool. But then I found out about this Arch Linux plus Hyperland setup. So I'm trying this because I can fully customize everything here, and for now I just have this, which is a minimal setup with a Waybar. It looks better than what I've used before in Ubuntu and Pop OS. So yeah, if you are, I guess I would say, if you want something stable and everything should come out of the box, then I guess you can go for Fedora or Pop OS. But otherwise, I think this is the coolest thing I've used so far. I wonder how can I change the text size, font size. Okay, I see. Got it. So let's remove this. Font. So I think default is 40 or 16. I think it is 16, but let's see. Try. Let's do 12. Better, but too small. I tried Fedora for like a month. For the first week, it was like nice. I was getting a hang of it. And boom, in second week, it suddenly crashed, and later I found it was due to some random update. So I switched for Ubuntu. It's going so good. Yeah, I've also heard that about Fedora. But I think if you're using Linux, like anything other than Ubuntu, I think it will like at some point you will get a crash and lose your progress or whatever you have. I think like my friend uses Arch Linux. I actually got motivated after seeing his setup. He also told me that in general every distro is unstable. Like when you do update, and there is a good chance that will break. So yeah, what do you use for like backup and things? So do you backup everything before you update? I want to set up something like that so that I don't lose my progress. For now, I'm I just push my dot files to GitHub because I don't have anything else other than this custom dot files configuration. But later on, when I start working on a React Native projects or something else, then I definitely want a backup for that. Maybe. NVIDIA's like the drivers are not so stable on Linux, right? But yeah, I don't know. And so far, it's just been 2 to 3 weeks, and so far I would say CashOS has been easy to configure. It has this good application called CashOS Hello. So initially, like when I I was just learning how CLI works in Linux, like this tool helped a lot. You can install apps from here, so you have all kind of apps, and there are all repos for, and you can install them from Pacman. So this is helpful. I install almost everything from here, and you can easily do system updates from here and install gaming packages. So it install Proton, Wine, everything by from here, and also Steam. So I can just hop onto Steam and just launch games directly. I have NVIDIA laptop and experience similar issues. I switched to Pop OS and downgraded the laptop to version 5.3.5. Has resolved the crash. You might want to try that. Okay. So like, do you generally game on your Pop OS setup, or do you have a separate Windows PC for that? Damn, you read forums that unheard. Yes, I do game on my Pop OS. Okay, that's great. So like when I was reading about the distros, I heard that like there are a few OS that are better at gaming, like Casio OS and Bezite. And like I'm not saying Pop OS and others are bad, but like the forums suggested that like there is a very good improvement in performance on if you're on Casio OS, Team OS, or Bezite. So that's why I actually installed Casio OS. But like, do you feel the same? I don't have much experience to say anything about that, but if you have tried multiple distros, like, do you feel there is a difference in performance on different distros? Should I just pull up the chat on here? Where is it? I think I have it here. If you're not comfortable, don't answer this. Do you have a GF? No, I don't. I tried CashOS but had crash issues after switching to Pop OS. And reading forms, I realized the problem was with the driver, not the OS. Since moving to Pop OS, I haven't looked back and love it. So like when you played games, do you like there were game crashes or do you like whole system was crashing? I hope that doesn't happen to me because I have invested too much time in like customizing this, creating custom dot files. Yeah, I need to set up a backup functionality soon. Maybe I've just installed Steam and I haven't even logged in yet. But I'll try to play some games. Let's see if it crashes for me or not. Full system was crashing. Damn. But yeah, it's good that Pop OS is working fine for you. Pop OS is actually really good, but it just looks really bad. Like this, I don't like how it looks. But the window manager and the functionality or everything that it comes with, it's great. My main PC that I'm using, it is a full AMD setup. I have a 9060 XT and a 9700X, but I'm using Windows on that because I normally play Valorant with my friends, which is not supported on Linux. But if I am able to make a good enough system on this laptop, maybe I'll add Hyprland to my main PC as well. Okay, I have a question. How do you find this? Like, how do you find out about the stream? Have you watched any of my previous videos, or YouTube just randomly popped it on your feed? Yeah, no, Popos is a bad. I used Hyperland about 2-3 years too, but I guess eventually I switched because I want to try gaming on Linux. Yeah, that's cool. That's understandable. Whatever works, right? It was recommended. Okay. I don't know, man. I just spawned here. I know this is my first live stream. I've tried it before, but uh, never got anywhere with it. I normally make videos on mobile development with React Native. So if you're interested, you can check out the channel. So where are you from? I am from Bangalore, India. I work as a software engineer here. Where are you guys from? I will just subscribe. Thank you. Thanks. I'm from Nepal. Oh, nice. Same Bangalore. Oh, you're from Bangalore too? So do you also work here in software or something else? No, I was not born in Bangalore. I just moved here. I am actually from Bhandara. It's a place in Maharashtra. Yeah, sorry if there is a delay. I think when I started the stream, I selected the normal latency. Should have gone with ultra low, but okay, fine for now. I go to college. Ah, okay. Okay, man, it's been nice talking to you. I think I'll end the stream now. I'm feeling a little bit hungry, and I would say this first stream was good. Uh, I will definitely stream more to complete this setup, and hopefully I'll build this in 2-3 days. Okay. Did you get a job in placements or you went search outside? Uh, I did my college in Chhattisgarh, Raigad. There is a college called OP Jindal University. The, it's a tier 3 college, so placements were not that good. So I just applied from outside. In my second year I started learning web development, and then eventually came to mobile development, and then got an internship through Internshala. And after that internship, uh, this is my second job. So yeah, I applied from outside. Yeah, keep doing it, man. I'll support you. Thanks, man. Let's have a chat, cause networking is necessary. Okay, okay, sure. So Sheldon Cooper, I don't know your name, but like what do you do? Do you also go to college, or are you working somewhere? How is AI affecting you in your job? um, AI, it's not affecting the job or anything. There are definitely very less starting like SD1 in entry roles now, but for me personally, I think it's just been a tool. We get Gemini, Claude, or and cursor keys, whatever we want from the company, and we can just use it to deliver the work faster. But I have heard about some companies where like they are just forcing it, and it's pretty bad. But at least for me, it's not that of a problem. I use Gemini at Gemini CLIK. I got it from the company. I use it for work there. I'm a teacher, although I started as a software engineer. Now I'm teaching in different colleges. Oh, that's cool. Damn. Teaching is also nice. I also have an interest in teaching. That's why I create these videos of what I'm doing. So what do you teach? I love moving to Bangalore too, since many of my friends work here. So how is the job market there? It's job market. It depends on what role you are trying to get into, but I would say for software, it's definitely the best in India that you can get. If you're not applying for entry roles, then you have a pretty good chance. Uh, it still depends on the experience and the projects that you have worked on. But yeah, you'll be exposed to a lot of opportunities here. It takes time to switch or like get the first job, but there are definitely a lot more opportunities in Bangalore than I think anywhere else in India. I did Java and system design in one college, and fundamentals of IT and object oriented system design in another. Wow, that's nice. That's very impressive. Bro, I remember my college time. It was just before COVID when I joined. I think 1 year before COVID, and I like when it was time to study all this system design, OS, databases. COVID came and like it was a shit show. So I was just learning on my own while somehow managing the exams. But how's the college? Like is it still is it different after COVID, or like has it gotten any better? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you? I am 26. I am 26. This is my second job, and I am doing YouTube on the side. Same, I'm also 26. Wait, that is. Wait, you are. How are you 26, man? You have done job and now you are teaching in college. That is really impressive. College is going the same way, I guess. Yeah, I think you should definitely focus on like learning things on your own. At least uh, that's my experience with my college. So I'm the youngest. I'm 19. Yeah. listen to your seniors. For me, like I only attended college for the first year seriously. After that, like for the second year, then there was COVID, and by the time COVID got uh, like when they started college again, I started my internship. So I was only appearing for the exams, and then I was just working from home for the internship. So as far as it goes for college life, have only gone to college for 1 year. Okay, then give me some advice. Advice, okay. Uh, yeah, I think I am in a good position for giving you advice. First advice is again just learn things on your own. Don't depend on college teachings, although they are important for interviews, because once you get once you try things out on your own, like for example, me, I've got into coding because of game development. So you need to have that curiosity to try things out. I tried game development. I learned Unity and a little bit of Unreal, and then somehow from there I got into web. And if you just keep trying things out and learning, you will find what you like. And just when you find that out, just learn as much as you can about that, and you'll be good. Teaching is my first job after leaving software engineering. I tried different things and somehow ended up here. It's just 1 year. Mm. Teaching is your first job. So you started out as a teacher, then you applied for software engineering. Okay, guys. I'll end the stream now. It's been really good chatting. And yeah, we will. Yeah, let's talk in the next stream whenever that is. If you want to connect, I can share my LinkedIn. 1 second. Not sure if I'm logged in on here. Okay, here's my handle if you want to connect. Alright, I will end the stream now. I'll see you later. Bye bye.